Hello and welcome. Welcome to Showtech Plus. Today it's all about Flin. And Flin is actually an amazing Border Collie. He is a pet dog, he has amazing parents, and he is here at Showtech Plus. It's all about what products I would choose for a Border Collie, or what products I will choose for a double-coated breed. I will use for the first wash the Brightening, the Showtech Plus Brightening. After that, I rinse and I use for the second wash the Showtech Plus Timaha Clay Shampoo. Was really the headliner for double-coated breeds. After the second wash, I put conditioner. And actually, maybe I will tell you something new. I will use 2 conditioners in one. I will use the Blossom and Bloom and I will use the Rise and Shine. I will dilute it in a 1 liter bottle and I will put the conditioner on Flin. So I will explain you why, so keep on going. First of all, it's very important if you wash a double-coated breed like Flin. It's really important that you really wetten the coat through the double coat so the skin is wet. So first of all, I'm pre-wetting the dog so it's easy to bring the shampoo on the coat and on the skin. I wash the dog with the Brightening shampoo from Showtech Plus. It's dilutable 1:35, so I have diluted a shampoo 1:35 in the Showtech mix-in bottle. So I'm starting to wash the back of the dog because all the water and shampoo goes from above to down. I'm using a lot of power and the tip of my finger, so actually my nails, to wash the coat and the skin very properly. So every piece, every part has to be washed very secure. You have to use a lot of power to get into the coat, to touch the skin, so all the dirt from the skin and the coat is washed properly. I really hold a structure to wash the dog. The first thing is I start with the back, I go into the back legs, I wash every square centimeter of the back legs, I wash the tail, I wash the middle of the dog, I wash the front side. Then I turn the dog, I do the same on the other side. And then I wash, for the last part, I wash the head. You have to be careful if you wash the head of the dog, that the shampoo doesn't go into his eyes and the dog normally shakes. So I always keep the head for the last part. Actually, like Flin, like a Border Collie, like double-coated breeds, doesn't matter actually what breed it is. I really wash between the toes. It's really important because they walk a lot outside, dirt and all the oils goes into the feet. So it's really important that you take every feet and you wash between every toe. Here you see Flin enjoying his wash. So I take my time to put a lot of power, to use my fingers to really wash the dog as the first wash, really secure, that all the dirt, that all the oils, that all the sebum is really gone, that I really have a cleaned coat and skin. This is actually the most important thing of the pre-wash, is that you really wash. And it doesn't matter if it's a pre-wash or a second wash, but that you wash the dog really good. After I wash the dog completely, I leave it for about 5 minutes. So if you're using a shampoo, and it doesn't matter what kind of shampoo or what brand, you really have to give the product the chance to do his work. So if you wash and you rinse it immediately, it will never absorb the oil and the dust like it's made for. After the 5 minutes, we start rinsing the coat. And you see here all the dirt and all the foam and everything is absorbed and everything is now rinsed off. So you have a clean coat. I start on the back, and it's like the same with the shampoo. I always hold the same structure. So I start rinsing on the back because all the water goes from above to down, and it's more efficient. So if you start at below part at the feet and then you go upper and you go to the back, yeah, it's not efficient. So in the grooming shop, if you wash your dog at home, always start from the back part, the top part of the dog. So I dilute the Timaha shampoo in the Showtech mixing bottle, and it's 1:20, so 3 tablespoons on 1 liter hot water. I shake it well, so you have a very nice Eagle shampoo, and I bring it on. Again, I start on the back. And I really put the shampoo between the coat. So I don't put it up, but I really spray. I really bring the shampoo into the coat. And then again, I'm using a lot of power. I'm using my fingertips to really go onto the skin, and that's really important, again, that the shampoo is in between the coat and not just on the upper layer of the coat. So if you wash it really well, if you want to wash it really properly, you have to take your time again to bring the shampoo onto the skin. I again wash every square centimeter of the dog. I leave it, let's say again, for about 5 minutes. And this is really an important thing because people always want to wash their dog fast, but if you want to wash it good, you have to take your time. So here you see actually the clay, so even it's diluted, you see the clay onto the skin. So I bring it on and I massage it really, really good. I don't take the dirt off because this is really happened in the first wash. The second wash is there to bring the coat in a perfect state. After the 5 minutes, I rinse it, and it's really important that you rinse it really good on actually every wash, but that all the shampoo is gone, that you have a clean base to bring the conditioner on. And the conditioner is there to moisturize, to feed the coat. So every shampoo bit has to be rinsed off. I really like to explore shampoo, and I try to mix something, and sometimes it goes wrong, but sometimes it goes very good. And what I really discovered is for a double coated breed, it doesn't matter what kind of breed it is, but if you have a double coated, I really like to mix the Showtech Blossom and Bloom and the Showtech Plus Rise and Shine conditioner together in one mixing bottle. So in the Showtech Plus range, we have a lot of shampoos, we have different conditioners, but you can try them all together and you can puzzle and you can discover what really fits your expectations, what you want to achieve with a coat. And that I discovered with bringing those two conditioners together in one mixing bottle diluted, is that it will open the coat. It's easy to brush out. it will moisturize the coat, but next to that, it will bring a little bit of volume to the coat. So with a double coated breed, for bringing a little bit of volume, it's easy to brush out and it's easy to detangle and deshed. So I'm using this, and this is a personal choice, on double coated breeds, but also like, for example, a bearded collie or a bobtail. This gives me really a very nice result. Take 2 tablespoons of the Rise and Shine conditioner and I bring it to my mixing bottle, and then I take 2 tablespoons of the Blossom and Bloom and I bring it together with the Rise and Shine conditioner. And here again I'm using warm water. To dilute a conditioner, you have to use warm water. So there goes my 4 tablespoons. I shake it well so you have a diluted conditioner. It will not make the coat heavy. It will not bring too much oil to the coat. It keeps the coat really in a very proper shape. And I bring it on the coat and I massage it into the coat. Again, leave it on. Don't rinse it immediately off. Just leave the product, leave the conditioner on for again 5 minutes. Okay, it will take a longer time to wash your dog and put a conditioner on, but you will save a lot of time when you dry the coat and when you brush out the coat. While massaging the conditioner into the coat, you see that the coat already loosens. So it's really sometimes funny because here you see a lot of undercoat is already, not a lot, but you see that it's going out. So this is a really good sign. And as a groomer, it makes you smile because, yeah, that is what we want in the grooming shop. We love to do it, aren't we? So this is actually the task of the conditioner, is to moisturize and bring the coat loose so it's easy to dry and it's easy to deshed and brush out. After the 5 minutes, it's again rinsing time, and it's the last part. And again, we start at the back. On top of the dog, I go to the back legs, the middle, the front, and I'm really taking care of every bits and pieces that everything is rinsed out. Because if you will see it, all the undercoat, I also rinse it out. So all what's already loose in the coat, you can easily rinse it out. So it saves you some brushing time. The last part is, yeah, the head. So I'm really taking care of that no shampoo or conditioner can go into the eyes. Okay, the drying part is on. I'm using the Showtech Plus Microfiber towel because it absorbs a lot of water. So I dried the dog and I really dried the head because most of them don't like to be dried with a blaster. So I'm taking off the most water so it's ready to be dried. And here you see me using the Showtech ear body. As a professional dog groomer, a lot of Border Collies don't like to be dried, and sometimes they are a little bit scared, and they are not scared of what we are doing, but they are scared about the noise. So when using an ear body, it's more comfortable for the dog. It's the noise is less and it gives them a really good feeling. So I start drying the dog and I'm using the K9 water blaster. This is a professional blaster. It's very powerful. I really like this blaster. It's one of my favorites to use in the grooming shop. It's kind of noisy, but that's with all the blasters, of course, but it goes really fast. It doesn't go really hot, but because of the power and the air volume that goes per second, it's a really, really good professional blaster. So again, I'm starting on the back of the dog and I'm taking my time. I don't go really fast up and down or from the left to the right. I hold it about 30 centimeters above the skin, so it opens. Because of the power of the air, it opens the coat. And this is something I always teach, is that you have to take your time if you're drying a dog's coat, and especially a double-coated breed, is that you take your time to dry the coat with the blaster. Don't go too fast. Don't want to go too fast. Open the coat with the blaster. And what's my thing is, if you think it's dry with the blaster, go 5 seconds more, because that's the time, that's the point where the undercoat will loosen the skin. And that's the point when you really dry out the loose undercoat. So if you think, okay, that part is dry, I go to another body part, just stay for 5 seconds there. And there is where the undercoat, that coat will be blown out. So you see that I don't go really, really fast. I really taking my time. And like, for example, like with Flin and using a blaster, I'm drying really about 40 to 45 minutes. And that's normal. But it saves me a lot of brushing time, and it saves me a lot of dematting and de-shedding time, because see how the hair is really just blowing out. I don't have to brush. I just take my time to dry the coat. I really like to dry with a blaster a double-coated breed in the bathtub, because, yeah, the hair flies everywhere, but I love to do it in the bathtub for around 70%. When the dog is, let's say, about 60 to 70% dry, I move the dog onto the table to dry the feet, to dry the legs, because in the bathtub it's really wet, and on the table you can really dry the coat for 100%. So you see here that almost all the undercoat is actually already gone. You see the coat of Flin, it's like a mirror. It's shining. It's really nice. So I don't have to brush a lot because, well, I have to brush him, of course. But all the undercoat, what's really loose, is already blown out. So, finish washed. I've been blow drying him. So first with the fast dryer with the blaster to put out all the dead hair and of course the water. And now I am brushing him with the Yento makeup pen to take out all of the undercoat what's loose. I don't want to push the coat and put all the undercoat out when it's not loose. So I brush him with the Yento makeup pen and the Showtech Greyhound comb just to check if I just can go through with the comb. You see that the coat is really shiny, so the undercoat is actually what's loose is gone. So or it's blowed out or it's brushed out. And because I have used the Timaha, so the Showtech Plus Timaha, the coat is really shiny, really healthy. Okay, Flin had actually one mat on the back of his legs. So for commercial use, this is not for show dogs, but for home use or in the grooming shop, If a dog has a mat, you can use the Showtech Mat Buster with 5 knives I'm using here because it's a thick coat. So I really like the Mat Buster with 5 knives. So what this product is really doing, it's really cutting the mat into 6 pieces. So it's actually then easy to brush out. I really recommend just to use the Mat Buster for mats and not really to comb the whole coat. This is really something you only can use if a dog has a mat and it needs to be brushed out, and this for commercial use. So once the mat is divided in pieces, I brush it out with the Yento Mega Pen Slicker. So the mat then is easy to be brushed out of the coat. So you see here, this is all undercoat. This is that undercoat that the Mega Pen takes from the coat. So yeah, it's a perfect brush to use. After the coat is brushed out, you will have sometimes some wet spots. So you can use a stand dryer, of course, between brushing. And this for the grooming shop. If you are a dog owner and you want to wash and dry your dog at home, you can use again after brushing out the blaster to have him 100% blown dry. I washed, I dried, I brushed, and at the end I really like to use a comb to see the dog's coat is detangled, mat-free, totally brushed out. Flin was amazing. He did so wonderful for his first time. Do you want to see more? How about how to scissor the feet, how to modulate and finish the coat? Watch our next episode with Flin. How to wash and dry and brush a Border Collie. That's how you see it. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.